why Vandeyama, Risha Sher, Alexander Ser, they didn't play in EuroLeague first and they go to States. Why? Why? Can someone explain me why? I know why. You know why. This is our main issues, but people want to put these issues on the side and then talk about, oh, Dubai is coming, oh, Dubai is a threat. Guys, you are losing the players anyway, every day.
My question to you is, why are you taking such a strong stance for the EuroLeague when NBA Europe is, knocking on the door?
I will tell you something what I think. And maybe this, when it goes out, will be over or no. If we start a revolution with EuroLeague, like I said, expansion, with one of the most underrated leagues in the world, which they have the best sports product in their history in 25 years, opposite of NBA, who has the worst sports product in the history, NBA Europe will never come.
Dejan, describe Dubai basketball in one word.
It's difficult, but let's say miracle.
Why?
Because so many things. Miracle because no one believed that this will happen. Because we struggle a lot, because we came a long way in past, myself personally, and with the people that they are working not for us, with us here, maybe the 6-7 years in the past, we work very hard to come to this point that now we have a professional basketball franchise in Dubai, in Coca-Cola Arena, that we are playing in Europe, which is, as far as I know, only sport in the Middle East who compete in Europe. And this is completely different concept of all the concepts that they are made here in the Middle East and Gulf. When you are breaking and changing a lot of stereotypes about Middle East, about Arabic world, about Dubai, about basketball itself here, especially with the European conservative mind of people, it's very tough, very difficult, because on some point of this time, in 7 years, I lost my health. I never lost the trust. I never lost the let's say, spirit of fighting. But at the end of the day, if I'm calling this miracle, is because we had everything against us and we succeed. So that's why I think that only place where you can do miracles right now is in Dubai, on that type of miracles. And that's why I am happy, because the city of Dubai, because people in Dubai, because the people that they work in this franchise, and of course me personally, that I can leave the legacy for my kids and for my loved ones, to say that I did something in my life which was impossible, or I contribute to did something in my life that was impossible, and then become miracle, and then from miracle become the reality.
You said no one believed, but you said in 2016 that you wanted to bring the EuroLeague to Dubai. Where did that vision first come from?
Well, I came 2014, so 2016, I started to think that that can be my life mission. But at the time, of course, was no Coca-Cola Arena, was not even developed basketball like now in UAE. So at that time, I was just one crazy guy who is talking nonsense. So, and I was that type of guy during a lot of years, until suddenly they start to realize that maybe I am crazy guy, but I'm just one Robin Hood in the basketball who want to do something impossible, who wants to go against the history, tradition, and the conservative way of mind of thinking. And then now, for some people, after all this, I become a guru, which I'm nothing of this. Not the first one, not the second one, not the third one. I'm just a random guy who fight for his vision, for our vision, who fight for his let's say, goals, who has a life project. And at the end of the day, the key of success so many times is not what you are doing and how you are doing, is how much you are willing to sacrifice. And trust me or no, in my case personally, in the case of the people who are working here with us,
You sacrificed a lot.
We sacrificed everything for that.
Can you guide us through this process of having this first vision to having the first concrete steps to build this miracle?
This is a good question. So when I start with this personally, I can say now I normally I'm not saying never I, but I start with this. I said this on the newspaper. People start to laugh on me. People start to think that I'm crazy. I was working in a small academy at that time here in Dubai, and now I will bring EuroLeague here or one professional team. Ha, come on. But then after that, the things start to happen in our favor. Let's say like this. In 2019, you have it's finished and built Coca-Cola Arena. That was for me the milestone of my thinking that something can be possible, because now we have one of the best arenas in the world.
Something can be, but nothing concrete.
Nothing concrete. Just my vision, just my push, just my energy, just my crazy mindset. Nothing else. Nothing. And this is also to show to the young people and to show to the young generations and to show to everyone that if you love something, if you pursue something, if you push for something, if you are willing to sacrifice, if you really believe in this and you are supported by good people and right people in your life, you can literally do miracles. Then after that, 2019, they built Coca-Cola Arena. Then we have COVID, who hit very strong everyone. And I think that Dubai and the UAE was somehow beneficiary of all this situation, because our economy stays strong. Then we have a situation that UAE made a peace agreement, Abraham peace agreement with Israel, which also take out another apparently political issues that we should have with them. And then in 2020, 5 years ago, I met with Mr. Abdullah Saeed Al Nabuda. I'm saying now Mr. because we are in podcast, but he's a friend of mine. He's a great mind behind all this and the personality, because he's one of the most important people and the businessmen here in Dubai. The guy who brought all this idea to another level. First, because he believed in me. Second, because he straight away saw the opportunity, which is very rare that people, let's say, they have this type of attitude when we explain, or when I was explaining this story, because everyone was saying, yeah, but this and this, you cannot do that because this and this. Always finding the negative part of the side, of angle. And then because Abdullah literally is the person who understands sports very well. He was in football, he was in golf. Actually, he's still in golf. The guy who understands very well all these dynamics and the sports ecosystem. So long story short, without him, this is not possible at all.
What did you tell them to convince him?
Listen, I remember this. We had a meeting with him. My first meeting with him was through our common friend, Ahmed bin Sulayam, who is also a very well-known local guy here, basketball lover. He introduced me with him with 7 people more, because Ahmed always is doing this Nokia connecting people. He's doing all these type of things. And he connected me with him, with 7 other guys who was with me. And each one of us, we have 5 minutes to do our introduction. And then you just, if you reach 5 minutes, maybe you have a chance. If you don't reach 5 minutes, you don't have a chance anymore. And that was the guys from different backgrounds. I was the only one with one crazy idea of basketball. And then I came, I was third one or fourth one. And then I came, and then I just started to explain him the story. And I saw in his face and his eyes that he was like, okay, I want to hear more about this.
But do you think he was more convinced about the project itself or about your energy?
I think first is my energy. Always is my energy. Always has been my energy. And my approach, how I approach the people about the project, to be honest with you, I didn't have time in these 5 minutes to talk with him a lot. But then he called me again to his office. Then I knew that I have another opportunity. And then when he called me to his office again, you know, with these people, with this kind of people, you have very few chances to talk. And if you have half an hour, 1 hour with these people, it's like a lottery pick number one. And if you have energy, you have right approach, and you are a good guy, and you are natural, and you don't lie, and you don't manipulate, and you gain his trust based on facts and on the hard work. I think that people like Abdullah, they really appreciate this. And everything what we build, me and him together, on our personal relationship, is built on the trust, on confidence, and of this type of approach that I fight for him and for us and for our common goals, and for his money, like for my money, and for and we are now like a family. And really, I can say that after all these years, I in him, I'm not seeing only a friend and like a brother. I'm also seeing, in business way, the guy that I learned a lot, because at the end of the day, on that time when I came to him, I was basketball coach. I'm coming from that part. I'm not, now I'm businessman, trying to be businessman and trying to learn, and I'm like this natural and maybe very direct, because I'm not coming from the business world. In business world, people is much more polite, much more diplomatic. They can talk here for 2 hours and they will not say anything to you. And when you cut your podcast, you will have a lot of issues to find even one title of this, what he's talking. But I'm coming from other side, when you need to talk with the players, or with the coaches, or with the staff, or with the people, and with one message you need to kill them. So still I have this integrity, but I will say that this is not good for be the businessman at all.
When you create something in life, you know, you have, of course, supporters, people that support you, but you also have a lot of people that envy you and sometimes trying to block you from growing. Do you feel that this has been going with the creation of this amazing project, and is still going today with all the future projects that you have for this club?
For sure. Listen, when you do something new in the life, some revolution, some kind of revolution like we are starting now here, you always need to be mindful that you will have people, if you are lucky, you will have people like Abdullah who will support you and who will give you the push, and who will let's say, help you to go to the moon. And then you will have other people who will make resistance. Now, I'm talking about this always on the two different ways that we need to understand which resistance we face. And this resistance is in the life, this resistance is in the love, in the relationship, this resistance you have in the business, this resistance you have everywhere. So I'm talking about two types of resistance. One resistance is general resistance, which become from ignorance.
Which is big
This
with
is,
Dubai,
this
I'm
is,
sure.
This is the first type of resistance that we face. And that resistance, I always knew it that will be possible, because of course, European conservative mind, we are upset when the guys from States say that Spain is, because I was living in Spain a long time, and Spanish are upset because Americans, they say that Mexico is in Spain. But then when we say that Qatar is Dubai, then everything is fine, no? So there are huge resistance and huge general ignorance in Europe of the Middle East region and everything what is happening, especially here in Dubai. I remember my first meeting with, I will not say with which league, but because I cannot say the names, but when the first question was, okay, how the women will enter to the game? Then of course I said they will enter through the door. And they say, no, but we mean how? Because, it's not possible that women attend the game, no? Then I saw that you need to go to lower the level down to put your discussion on that level. But you know that when you go to that level of the discussion, then you are going to the ocean, deep to the ocean, and then you will die. Because if you go to that level, you are dying, because they are used to that conversation and you are not. So the first type of level of resistance is lack of knowledge and ignorance. This is generally, and I will say more fun basis and all this, but I don't blame here no one, because, you know, in Europe we have a lot of issues with immigration. And this immigration is coming from Muslim countries generally. South America, yes, of course, but generally Muslim countries. And people cannot understand that what is coming to Europe from Muslim countries, not only from Middle East, from all around, is probably the people who is not the same level of the people who live here in Middle East, in the Gulf, and in Dubai. I will say like this. I'm not saying that immigration there is all delinquents and all this. I'm just saying that the vision that we have Europeans about the Arab culture is completely different and is distortional, because what we see in immigration in Europe and is killing us and is hurting us a lot. So this is this lack of knowledge and this ignorance. The second part when we face, and what we face, for me is much more, that for me was maybe surprise, because this one is not, this is a surprise, is when you come to the people who has personal agenda and personal interest. And that's why they are not allowing you to come, because, you know, this is very simple, which I understand after 5 years of fight. 5 years I was not understanding, now I understand. When you are controlling more or less the situation, somehow in your club, in your federation, in your league, in your country, or whatever, not in sport, in some other, let's say, categories of the business and the life, you have two choices: to grow or to stay wherever you want, on the low, under the radar. If you stay under the radar, then you need to use a lot of manipulations, a lot of side talkings, to don't become out of the water. Because if you go out of the water and out of the radar, you are becoming to the next level where you can grow. If you can grow, then you have another issues. When you start to grow, then becomes second domino effect, which calls natural selection. Natural selection is only about quality, nothing else. No manipulation, no lies, no false stereotypes, not bullshits. It's only about go and grow and based on your quality. And that's a fear and it's a concern of a lot of people.
Do you think that a lot of people want to keep you under this water that you just mentioned?
Of course, because if we are under the water, if under the radar, then is no revolution, is no improvement. Stereotypes, false stereotypes are still going around in Europe. And at the end of the day, they control the supermarket. But we don't want supermarket, we want mall, Dubai Mall. And if it's Dubai Mall, everyone can buy more things and everyone has more common benefit of everything. If you stay in the small supermarkets, you can buy only some things, nothing else. And a lot of people will be still hungry.
You know, you talk about, you were surprised about this personal agenda aspect of people. We all know that the EuroLeague, the way it's formed, 13 club owners that, have a property in the EuroLeague. This is very much based on personal agenda. How are you with this insanely quickly growing club, dealing with those people that would like to keep you away of this?
I lost my health.
Yeah?
What do you mean by lost your health?
I had an infarct on my eye for the blood pressure and the stress. So I'm not dealing good with this. I'm not dealing good with this because I'm the guy who all my life fight against the injustice. And to be honest with you, I love basketball. I feel like a European. I'm European. I born in former Yugoslavia. I feel Yugoslav. I feel guy from my hometown, Sarajevo. Guy who only separate the people in good or bad. Nothing else. I don't care about anything else. I don't belong to any mafia, to any part of the sides of this type of ecosystems. So in my case, I was dealing with this very difficult because I didn't understand. I didn't get why the people don't want to progress, why the people don't want to work together, why the people don't want to have common interest to protect our game, to protect European style of game, because we know that we are the most talented genes in the world in Europe. We dominate in the last 5 years NBA, from the rookie to the MVPs. In the last Olympics, from the 4 semi-finals, only one is America, who beat Serbia because the referees, and then you have other 3 who are from Europe. What we are talking about, I like to talk about the facts, not about my opinion. My opinion can be important to know for you guys, but for the general audience is not important. We are not talking here about opinions. We are talking about the facts. And the facts is that if you bring expansion, if you bring a revolution to any business, and if this is beneficial because the numbers and because the facts and because the objective reasons that you show, then you have only 2 ways how you stop it. Because general way of thinking ignorance, which every day is less and less and less, or another way is just personal interest, because if you go and make something new, then that will maybe expose other people who are doing some things on their way, good or bad, in last 30 years in the European basketball, and that's why we are here where we are.
When was the first moment that you wanted to join the EuroLeague?
Because there were talks about even you being in the Euro Cup this season, right?
Yeah, we had offered, but we declined. We declined the offer because we thought that the best is to have a one league and to compete in ABA league, and definitely we did a very good choice, and we made the right option. Listen, I always thought that Dubai, like a brand, like a city, like everything what you can see here, and with these people who are working in this franchise, and with the fan bases that we have, we are the 3rd attendance in ABA League after giants like Red Star and Partizan, who are completely another level. The people who can put in 2 different days almost 45,000 people in the same city, in the same arena. This is insane, and this is happening in ABA League and in EuroLeague. So we are the third after 7 months. 3rd after 7 months that we have 4,000 people attendance in the gym of 15, of course, but this is only 7 months of our existence. First time that we were going to Mornar, Montenegro game against the last one, and we brought 15 fans with us. So this is the things that the clubs in 15, 20 years of existence, they are not doing, and we are doing from the day one. So definitely, I always thought that Dubai belonged to EuroLeague because so many things that they are common and that they match, and that for EuroLeague this is I will not say now savior, or that we are saviors, or that we will save someone. No. We are not here to save no one. Just I think that for EuroLeague itself, this is the #1 market in the world. Because if you go again with the facts, and again I'm talking with the facts, and I will talk again and again some more things that you can just get what I'm talking about, that I'm talking just about the facts, that no one can deny the facts. You can deny your opinions, but not the facts. 1.7 million of citizens living in Dubai, they are from 11 countries from EuroLeague. This no one knows. But now it's 1.7 million living here, people from the shareholders or not shareholders, countries of EuroLeague living here. So now you tell me, what is the next market for EuroLeague, with all my due respect? Which one? Finland? Sorry for Finland, but
Within this fight that you mentioned, did you had any guidance from a EuroLeague team or from an institution that was not against you but with you?
listen, let's be honest, we have a lot of friends. We have a lot of people who support us. We have on this way, on this journey, we have a lot of people who support us and who did an amazing support and help for us. If you analyze the situation very well, and I will not talk now about who or whatever, the ELPA is 100% with us. Coaches organization, 100% with us. EuroLeague coaches organization. Referees, 100% with us. Mainly journalists now, when they start to understand, like you guys, sports journalists and basketball, also with us. So everyone who understands that this revolution will bring new opportunities, new jobs, expansion is something positive, and a revolution is something positive, not negative, which can help to create new basketball ecosystem in Europe who will protect leaving our young guys to stay to Japan, China, NBL, NBA, blah, 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 which is our main issues, and no one is talking about this.
Yes.
Then, of course, I will support. If I am in Europe and I'm in other team, I will not think on the short way of thinking, if Dubai comes, they will sign in my player. Oh, no. I don't want this because they will sign in my player. Guys, you are losing the players anyway, every day. So we can talk about so many players, why Vandeyama, Risha Sher, and Alexander Ser, they didn't play in EuroLeague first, and they go to States. Why? Can someone explain me why? I know why. You know why. We will not talk now about this. But this is our main issues. But people want to put these issues on the side and then talk about, Dubai is coming. Dubai is a threat. They will make millions of budget to win the league and all this nonsense stereotypes. People didn't understand that in EuroLeague they approve already the salary cap. So you have a salary cap. So you cannot spend more that you are supposed to spend. So what we are talking about?
My question to you is, why are you taking such a strong stance for the EuroLeague when NBA Europe is, knocking on the door more and more in Europe?
Because I believe in European basketball.
So you think that NBA Europe will come and just try and mess up the whole ecosystem?
I will tell you something what I think. And maybe this, when goes out, will be over or no. But what I think is that probably if EuroLeague do the right move, and we know what is the right move, and they find the right ally, and they find the right partner, and they do the correct expansion and the revolution, which is now in their hands to do it, NBA Europe will never come.
You think so?
I'm 100% sure, because NBA Europe has two issues. First of all, when they smell the blood like a sharks, they go. Now it's a blood. Now we are weak. If you have a stronger brother and bigger brother, whoever it's, who is protecting your garden, you think that neighbor will come to kick you out from your garden? He will not. This is first. Especially if this neighbor has another issues in his garden, which will come next season with the LeBron James and Maverick Carter league. Because if these guys have issues in their garden, which they will have, and they see that in Europe is no any more blood, I don't think so that they will come, because for them that will be the sports Vietnam if they come. If EuroLeague has an older brother, let's say Middle East, then
the NBA
they
will not
protect
mess.
their garden. But if you have a neighbor is FIBA and NBA together, this neighbor, it's coming if they see the weakness. Or if is nothing there left, then they just need to come like you come, and just take, like in a war, you come to the city which is empty. But I'm not talking about this right now. If this neighbor, let's say FIBA and NBA, they have another issues, internal, especially NBA, then we will see. And this league, as far as I know, because we have also conversation with them, this new league is happening and is happening around the world. Will be like a Formula One or ATP in the cities, in 8 cities or 7 cities. And of course that will affect some EuroLeague teams, and they will take some players, maybe even from us, who knows. But mainly they will go for NBA guys.
If the EuroLeague doesn't want to start this revolution with you, would then NBA be an option for you? Because you're just talking about, let's say, joining the EuroLeague, but what's about thinking about yourself, your opportunity for Dubai basketball? Would the NBA be the second option, let's say?
Listen, I need to divide myself in my emotional side and my business side. So my emotional side said always Europe and always EuroLeague. My business side said to me, because At the end of the day, I work personally for City of Dubai, for the great leaders of this country, and for my partner and the friend Abdullah Al Nabuda. Like I said, we need to have emotions out, and we need to have a common ground in a business sense of all this. So if we start a revolution with EuroLeague, like I said, expansion, with one of the most underrated leagues in the world, in all the sports, remember this, if we start a revolution with EuroLeague, which is in 15 or 20% of their full capacity, which they have the best sports product in their history in 25 years, opposite of NBA, who has the worst sports product in the history with 70 billion of TV rights. So they are David Copperfield. They are magicians. It's amazing what they are doing. Amazing what they are doing. So something is wrong here, right? So if you ask me, we come to EuroLeague not because I believe or I like Europe or I like European style. People here in Dubai, the leaders here, they don't care about my love of European basketball and how we love or know European basketball. You come because you have a business sense. If you come to the league that they can grow, you come there because there is a business opportunity. In NBA, they cannot grow more because 70 billion of TV rights for this, what they are having right now, beside game the experience outside, which is amazing, hot dogs and this and this, everything. But when you go out, you ask 80% of them if they know who win or who lose. They don't know, except the playoffs. On the regular season, you know, NBA become highlight game. EuroLeague, no. EuroLeague, every game matters, like they said, and this is really like this. This is the best basketball league in the world, with very, very limited potential right now, who can be increased by 200%. Of course, we are interested to come to that ecosystem and build it something even more stronger, more powerful, which with benefit for everyone. Now, if this is not happening, then we need to go to other solution.
So if one neighbor closes one door, you got to go to the other neighbor.
Yes, except you have another solution.
Which is?
Buy the new house.
It's super interesting that you're talking about the TV rights. I believe that EuroLeague, you know, as you said, has the best product, but there's this door to unlock TV rights. Do you think that Dubai can come in and do something about this forever never-ending discussion about how to make this better?
Yes, because listen, when you go to the TV rights, we need to be mindful about one thing. TV rights in NBA, they are generalized. They are, let's say, united by one. It's one television who is buying TV rights for all the states in America, for all the NBA league. NBA league also, management has much more power and much more, let's say, decisions inside is not let it to be decided by general managers like in Europe and all this. So this is completely different ball game in NBA, which I respect and I like on that sense for sure. Europe is selling the TV rights country by country, and in some countries is much more interesting, some is less.
Hard to grow.
It's different. We know this. Now, if we come to the point that really, literally, you have one partner who is, let's say, Middle East, who is, let's say, Gulf region, who is, let's say, UAE, Dubai basketball, with City of Dubai, brand like this, what this brand can bring to you in between the sponsors, in between the fan bases, because don't forget that the study from FIBA, Nielsen, who did study for FIBA 3 years ago, shows that in the last 5 years, Singapore and UAE, they are the two countries where basketball grow more in the world. Again, another fact that I'm saying to you. So all this is the facts that people didn't know, and they just don't care even. What is important to understand that if you come with the Middle East, and if you have one team, and maybe in the future another team, or maybe in the future you have one league here, Middle East League, who, not NBA Middle East, NBA EuroLeague, which we offered them 4 years ago with EuroLeague Academy, and with all this type of business model, how to grow gradually and how to make basketball very popular here like it's in Europe, because don't forget that here is living 92% of expats. So of course, when people say it's no talent here, there's no interest here, this is nonsense. Like, of course it's talent here, and of course it's interest here. Just we need something sustainable, or something that we can take and be the partner with someone. When it's a partnership, is a mutual partnership of both sides. When we did one, let's say small, how you say this, we do some small study here in Dubai 4 years ago when we started with the franchise, and we was asking the people about what you miss in Dubai. Another fact, what you miss in Dubai more, what you are having in Europe or in the States, you don't have here. Everyone said sports franchise. Not even basketball, they said sports franchise. So 74% of the people on that time, they support this vision of the crazy man who said on 2016 that we need exactly this. I'm not saying that I'm Robin Hood, that I'm now the most smart guy in the room. Of course not. I'm just saying that sometimes intuition and sometimes logic win about all other nonsense things that they are happening. This city needs a professional franchise. This city now has a professional franchise who is competing in Europe. But Europe can get much more benefit of that Dubai basketball of the Europe. And this is the key of all this, let's say, subject about the TV rights or not TV rights. We can talk also about the sponsors. You can imagine if you engage the Middle East region in the future in the basketball, and they really try to get anger and to get more involved and excited about
Sponsors
basketball.
are going to go insane.
And sponsorship and the TV rights. Come on, guys. We know the story. But now, why some people want to stop this? Again, we are coming to the two subjects. This one cannot stop anything. This one is just major public opinion who is going less and less every day. This also cannot stop. They can just slow down the process, slow down the revolution, who at the end of the day will be with one or another one league, or with third league, or with fourth league, or with this and that. But Middle East is here. Middle East always was here. All the sports, they are here. Guys, all the sports. When you come to the basketball, when you come to the EuroLeague, when you come to the NBA, when you come to the FIBA, they think the same way. We won Middle East. We won expansion to the Middle East. Yes, we won. But can we do just events? Qatar, World Cup. Okay, good. Money. All-Star, sometimes in the future. Okay. NBA, Abu Dhabi. Okay,
Yeah.
money. Final Four, money.
They don't want to commit.
But commit to the 5 years, 10 years plan with the team, with developing all this, with such a much energy, work, new job positions, all this. Who is beneficial? Everyone. Yes, but what about me? A lot of them, they think, but what about me? And this is the general problem. And this is, for example, what in States they don't have. They think generally. What I can say about them is that if they go for something, they go for something, and they do it because they think generally. What they did in Africa, NBA Africa is successfully financially? Of course not. Of course not. They are losing money. But what they did, they control 250 million talents in Africa, which they are not going anymore to Europe, they are going to States. And this is NBA Africa. And this is what they want to colonize us in Europe, and they want to colonize here in Middle East. And we are clapping to them and saying, wow, how is doing this NBA? When we say Europe want to do expansion, no, we are Europeans. We are Europeans. We cannot do expansion because we are from Europe. We are from Europe. And this is just a mindset that we need to change. We are from Europe, yes. But basketball is not owned by Europeans or by NBA or by no one. Basketball is a global game. It's from everyone.
How patient are you for people opening doors for you before buying this new house, like you said?
Listen, when you find a new house, you buy a new house. It's very easy.
You found a new house already?
We find the land.
It's interesting because we always speak about Europe a lot. Have you ever thought about Asia?
No. Because you know what? This is from FIBA that they put this like Middle East is not even, they don't have FIBA Middle East, they have FIBA Asia and they are part of Asia, which they are not part of Asia, they are Middle East region. Let's talk about geographic, no? Or let's talk about tradition on European basketball. And I will tell you something which, of course, maybe you know, maybe you not, but for your listeners and for the people who are listening to this podcast and for which, again, thank you for inviting me. And this is a great honor for me to talk here and especially because you are doing a great job for
Thank you.
basketball itself.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Yes,
you.
yes.
And this is important for me because
We want to do this.
everyone who protects basketball in Europe and everyone who really wants the best for European basketball has our respect here in the Dubai basketball franchise, which we are considered as like a European Middle East franchise. Let's talk about geographic now, a little bit for this type of people here, not this one. This one, they know this very well, but for obvious reasons, they want to hide it. Because, you know, NBA is doing something very well. All the weakness, they hide it.
Yeah.
Here in Europe, we are doing opposite. All the weakness, we highlight. So if we go to geographic now, for this type of people, let's talk about geographic for this type of people. And let's say that geographically, in EuroLeague, for last 25 years, you have one franchise from Middle East, another franchise from Asia, and another franchise from Russia, who is not in Europe.
Yes.
This is the facts, no? No one can say no.
Yes, true.
Geographically.
Yes.
Until maybe I wake up now, tomorrow, and they change the countries, but this is geographically like this.
Just for the listeners to clarify, you mean Maccabi, you mean Fener, and the third one, you meant the Russian teams before.
CSKA, St. Petersburg, Unix, Lokomotiv,
Absolutely.
everyone.
Yes. Do you think that this tradition that obviously, like we said in the numbers, the EuroLeague is not a healthy financial institution?
Okay, I will go here just to change a little bit to rephrase this. I get used to this so many times to ask me a lot of people, and even from EuroLeague and the clubs and the journalists, and all, okay, how much you give us? How much you give us, and that we approve you to come? It's not about this, because we can give 1, 2, 3, 2, 5, 4, X millions, and then what after that? We will die again. So I would rephrase this and say, how much is EuroLeague or European basketball ready for a partner like a Middle East, not Dubai, Middle East, to embrace one new opportunity, one unique opportunity to start a new revolution who will protect all of us, who will protect young talents in Europe to don't exodus to the States, and who will make a new ecosystem, who will be solid, beneficial, and fair for everyone without double standards. This is the question, because you have two opportunities with Dubai or Middle East. Take it money very fast, which will never happen. This happened here 30 years ago. Now it's not happening anymore. People in Europe think that you can come here, do the event, let's do events, 25 million, 30 million, 40 million, and we leave, and we will see each other next year. Or you go on the business model, plan, sustainability, growth, which is step by step, and you have this, let's say, plan for 5 to 10 years growing, which at the end of the 10 years, you will make much more money than here taking very fast money, quick money. But now we come again to the same point of these two resistancy parts. This side with personal interest, they don't have time for 10 years. They don't have time, guys. They have time for 1 year or 2 years. And this is a reality of our sport. So if in any business model you think that in any league in the world someone will not accept Dubai and the Middle East, now we have offered from one league that I will not tell you, 2 leagues, that they are offering us money to come. So we have 2 leagues that are offering us money to come. Of course, if you go to EuroLeague, we will pay. We know. And we will pay extra, even. We know also this. Because European mentality is not ready to accept the business model. They are still on that level of easy money, fast money. But somehow, sometimes, with the new way of thinking, maybe with 1 or 2 years us playing in the European competitions, and maybe the day when they come here, the ABA League, with ABA League happened the same, guys. ABA League thought that we are astronauts, that we are aliens. It was the same, exactly the same. Now you talk with ABA League, in the last board, only issues was if Dubai stays or Dubai leaves from ABA League. So we know that will happen. We know. Now, of course, if I'm talking like this about all this situation, can be, maybe seems that I'm aggressive or that I'm, ignorant, arrogant. Sorry, but it's not about this. We are very humble and very normal people. But yes, with the emotions and with the passion, I'm explaining to your listeners and to you guys, especially because you are coming here like our guests and you are very, very influent sports journalist in the Europe. I'm explaining the story. I'm explaining the facts. This is all about the numbers and the facts, not my opinion. My opinion, if I tell you my opinion, we will have podcast for 5 hours. I'm not talking here about my opinion. I'm just talking, yes, with a little bit more of emotion and passion, because I spent a bigger part of my life fighting for this. That is no any reason and any objective opinion that someone can tell me to don't do this step.
I want to come back a little bit on the club itself. You have a lot of players from Beo Basket. What is your relationship with Misko Ražnatović?
Very good. He's the guy that, again, when you are one of the most successful agents in the world, of course you are annoying a lot of people, no? So people said to us that we have a lot of players from Beo Basket, that we are working for Misko, blah, 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 blah. All this is, again, opinions that if we go outside and we deny everything what they talk about us, we will spend denying every day everything. And this is not possible. Actually, in our team, we have more players from Artūrs Kalnietis agent than from Misko. Just to correct you, this is the first. So it is not true and it's not correct opinion about this. Second one, with Misko, is very easy, because with Misko, first, if Misko has a good player and he offer you, the deal will be done. It's not about now no, now yes, now maybe, now is a little bit more, now. So he's one of the biggest professionals in this sector that I saw. With other agents, my experience is that we have, with some of them no, with some of them yes, but they try also to take Dubai to get the better offer somewhere else if they have our offers, So Misko, I don't know if he's doing this or no, but with Misko, every time when we talk about the player, we finish this player. We close the deal. So Misko is not going with this bullshit, let's say like this. This is the first. Second, at the end of the day, like I said, Misko is using momentums. Misko has very good sense of business, and what he did with Mega, it's amazing. It's amazing. We need to understand this.
We were there recently, yeah, crazy.
So we need to be. You can like Misko or no. You can like his style, way of dressing or whatever. But this guy, I know him 30 years ago. He is listen. Only what is negative for me from Misko, and I can tell you this here, and I told this to him so many times, is that he's not involved more in European basketball like he should. Because if this guy involved in European basketball and help that we go together, trust me, we will not have a lot of issues that we have, because European basketball needs the people like him.
But yeah, the association here would be crazy, honestly. Two minds think alike, it's really insane.
We talk so many times, every day almost we talk, but we talk about so many other things. But I respect him a lot. He's older, of course, and he's in so many things. I have such a big respect and opinion about him. Like I said, he helped us a lot here. But this is not his team. This is not his franchise. He is not controlling here anything, like people said. People don't understand that Dubai you cannot control.
I like that.
You cannot control this. And me, even less.
Talking about the team itself, you obviously had to build a team from the scratch. Also, first the business side that we just covered, and now the sports side. What does it take for a player to join Dubai Basketball today?
Wives.
Hey, good argument.
Listen, for this season, we were looking for the players that basically they have more experience. We know that we knew it, that this team cannot compete in the two competitions. So when we decide one competition, then we know that we need to go for one way of team who will be practicing more, who will get in shape more later on the season, like now. That's why we have now 11 in a row. So everything is happening what we thought that can happen. It's funny because people thought that even the Jurica head coach and me, they said so many times, these guys didn't have credentials to be there with where they are, and they will screw up for sure. And when you listen these type of things, these stereotypes again, if you have a very strong mindset like head coach has and me also, this is just motivation for you. So without credentials, without knowledge, without experience, and without anything, we build this what we built based on the assumptions that we play one league, based on assumptions that we play very tough league, ABA League, who is more competitive than ever this season. Not only because Dubai, because so many other teams like Spartak, Budućnost, and all the teams who are better than there was before. Don't forget that ABA League has 19 referees in the EuroLeague, which is the league who has more referees in the EuroLeague. Again, another fact. So what we did is build one team who can have continuity in the future. Actually, 80% of this team will continue next season, regardless we play in one competition or another, or third or fourth. And the team was built on the guys that 80 or 90% of them, they are familiar guys, which is very important here for Dubai, because if you are alone, you can lose yourself very easy. And we really make very good decisions about the personalities, about the human beings, about the staff members, assistant coaches, team managers, everyone around head coach. They are great people, management, amazing people. So, in the teams normally, because I work in this industry in Spain for almost all my life, so I'm coming from that sports side, always was management one side, team another side. Here, what I'm trying to push is that we are one family. We say one city, one team, and then we said here, inside one team, one family. And this is something very important that we are building here, that we are really have this family atmosphere in between all of us. And then, of course, if you come to the players, we spent 4.2 million in the team salaries, which is the sixth budget in ABA League. So,
which isn't that much.
It's not a lot.
Of course, it's not. But now you people say, okay, how this guy Davis come to Dubai? Impossible that he came at least for 3 million. Okay, we are saying no, he came for 450,000. No way. Okay, talk with his wife, and then you will see. Because people don't understand that normally the guy like Davis, who changed 11 times his home in NBA, who needs stability, who needs continuity, he has offered for 3 years without NBA exit, because people think that he has NBA exit, without NBA exit. And even if he has doubts, which he had, like Abbas, like Repelic. Then I said to them, just give me 5 minutes with your wives. And after the 5 minutes with the wives, everything is settled. So we will open the agency next season only for wives. And this is our secret how we signed the guys. Because joke apart, guys, we are Dubai. So it's easy for us. It's not
To attract people.
Of course, it's not about the money. People think that we attract them because money. People think also, especially in Spain, oil team based on oil. Another fact, 25 years in Dubai, oil is 102%. It's no oil. So here what we are doing is about the brand. It's about attraction to something bigger. Here, like His Highness Sheikh Mohammed said, vision is making money, not money is making vision. And this is what we try to push. That's why the people is coming here. That's why on the first game, when we won the Red Star, you will not see this often, that people, the players take a general manager, me, and they threw me like a celebration after the game. Normally, this is not happening, and not especially after the first game. But that happened here, not because I'm a great guy or because I'm a sympathetic guy, because just we go with open heart with them from the day one. And they know that we are building something here special, something unique, something healthy, where they feel that this is also their legacy somehow. It's not only our legacy. And by the way, at that time, we didn't open bank accounts and we didn't open visas because we was out in. So there was 2 months without salaries, and there was throwing me like a celebration, general manager without salaries. Of course, that was just because bureaucratic reasons, but just that you know, this is even more incredible. That's why we come to the first question that you said. What is the one word? One word is miracle.
I agree with you on this point, 100%. But don't you think that you need to still increase your budget financially for the salaries of the players if one day you join the EuroLeague?
Of course, we will. In EuroLeague, you have now easy situation. Is a salary cap approved salary cap, so you can spend 8 million. You cannot spend more. We will have 8 million budget, so double that now, plus one exceptions, which is one player from 550 to 650. This is also exception, and 2 more expensive players. This is exception. Okay. So our budget will be, if we join EuroLeague, around 12 million euros next season. Okay. So just for information, with this budget, 12 million, right now, if you go to the 18 teams, we will be number 12 budget. Just for your information, when they come to say that Dubai is coming, they will buy Mike James, Tavares, and this and this and this. 12 million, guys. 12 million. Even the salary cap is much more against us than against no one else, because there you have, of course, young players under 23 years old. They are not entering to the salary cap, which we don't have, no one, because we still didn't build this legacy of young guys. We have next generation in Abu Dhabi, our team. We compete. We have academy of 600 kids. We are working from, this is my passion and my baby from a long time ago, and we have very talented kids right now, but not for that level that they can play right away straight next season there. So we cannot use this exception in salary cap. And then another exception, which is against us, of course, is that guys who are 3 years or more in the team, they don't count in the salary cap. So tell me how we use this if we just exist one season.
Talking about the family, you thanked us, but we also want to take the time to thank you for welcoming us in your beautiful 100%. Home. Really appreciate the experience. And well, we asked you many questions about the future, but now that we have time to reflect back, what is your favorite memory of this season?
The first game.
First game.
For me, that was one after and one before, that game defined us, who we are. Because on that game, man, we came a long way on the summer, starting below zero, below the scratch, without sports practice facilities ready for us. with Adidas didn't deliver us on time because we didn't ask on time for our uniforms. Actually, we are playing black and white because that was only color that they gave us. This is not our color, so I can give you this exclusive news. So we didn't register the player on time because FIBA had a lot of issues with this. I remember that on the time we had hoops, but we didn't have a wooden floor. Then we have a wooden floor, but the hoops was not official. So we didn't know if we will play the game against the Red Star because registration of the players, because the hoop, because the Adidas equipment, or because the floor. So coming to that point that some of our staff, management, like Ivana, for example, she joined 2 days before that game. So we just threw the people in the fire. Our staff members, they don't know even 2 days before if we are having a game or not and the Red Star was already here. So you can imagine the time, the pressure that on my case I had, because I don't represent myself. I represent Dubai, city of Dubai, my partner Abdullah, everything what I promised to him. And I have in my shoulders also responsibility for all those people who are here, who came because they believe in this story, they believe in this project. So when the referee threw the ball, I felt relief. I felt that it's done. And then we won the game.
Cherry on the top.
And that was...
good celebration?
Yes, my sister was here and my son. And for all these people who was here, and for Abdullah as well, is a funny story with Abdullah. I will not be now emotional, but funny story with Abdullah is Abdullah came to me before the game and he asked me, Dan, I know that this is not normal and this is not common, but please, can I come to the locker room now before the game to say hello to the guys, because he didn't met the guys before. Because after the game we will lose by 30 and I need to come. Yeah. He said, we will lose by a lot, so I will be angry, you will be angry, so can I come now? I said, yes, of course. And then he came, he said hello to the guys and all this. And then going out, I said to him, listen, Abdullah, after the game you will come back. And he said, come on, Dejan. If we win, I will make a Netflix movie for you, about you. Then, of course, I remind him now all the time that we have pending Netflix movie.
We'll do it for you.
Yeah, of course.
Incredible. You're talking about Abdullah. In this podcast, we have a bit of inspirational touch, right? And you mentioned before that you had 5 minutes to pitch yourself the first time you met him. It's very interesting because we had Mr. Giannakopoulos, president of Panathinaikos, on the podcast that said, when they put you on the dance floor, you got to dance as good as possible. How important do you think catching opportunity is these days for the young generation?
Is the key. Is the key. Nothing is about luck. We think that you need a luck, blah blah. You need health. This is the first, health. But everything else you build by your hands. Listen, my story and my life story is I'm coming from the war in Sarajevo. I was a refugee, then I was immigrant. So I know when I'm talking about immigrants what I'm talking about. I came to the country in Spain when at the time that I came there. Was impossible that someone say even hello in English. I start to learn Catalan, which is a language that is completely different than Spanish. Then I start with Spanish. Now I talk, of course, Serbian, English, Italian, 5 languages. But everything what I did in my life, nothing had easy. My father was one very famous sports commentator, so I'm coming from the journalist family. So that's why I respect your job and I know everything what you are doing and how you are doing. And on that time before the war in Sarajevo, I was son of my father, Mirko. That he rest in peace. But then I came to Spain and I was no one, nobody. I was just refugees. then I become immigrant, then I become the foreigner, then I become expat, then I become expat with a Spanish passport. Then I become only assistant coach who finished the Spanish national coaching academic school there, third in the generation. And after that I start to work. I was working in the University of Girona for 10 years, and then I left all my secure job, which is, your comfort zone, which I'm doing this often, and I just stopped this, leaving comfort zone, to start assistant coach. And then after 11 years doing assistant coach and sports director and general manager in Spain, in Girona, Vitoria, Barcelona, then suddenly I decide with the small kids that I had on that time, and I was married in Spain, I decided to move on and start again from zero, 2014 here. And the last game that we played was the 5th game, Baskonia against CSKA for the Final Four. We lost. And then after that, I decided to move on. And in September, I find myself in Dubai, working in the park in the 47 degrees with 2 kids. That was the story how we start here in Dubai, and how is this all this is now. So of course, when I say miracle, I know what I'm saying.
Dejan, we always finish our podcast with one question, and I think this is going to mean a lot to us. Once you leave this planet and everything is said and done, what do you want to be remembered for?
Good person. I try to be every day better person and a good father for my kids, good friend, good son, good brother, good person for the people who is working with us. I really try to, my unique goal is to leave the legacy, not about the projects, money, and the properties. I just want to leave the legacy to be the good person, like, for example, my father was.
You mentioned the fight you're having right now, and I think that your entire life has been kind of a fight, to be in the position where you are today, where Dubai basketball is today. When will this fight be over?
This is something that I'm thinking often right now. It's a very good question. All my life I fight, and maybe I don't know another way how to live without fight, and this is dangerous. I need to stop somehow, sometimes. Now I have one ultimate goal, which is to put this franchise where we belong. And probably after that, I need to move, and I need to find the peace for myself. Because, now I have a couple, I have some, I don't know, some sort of illusion and wish to be with her and to have a family, because maybe this is my frustration in my life, that I didn't have this family in the last 10, 11 years because all this. You remember when I said how much we sacrifice? So I sacrificed my family, I sacrificed my health, which I don't know, even a few of the people who will be ready to sacrifice all this. And when you still sacrifice the things like right now, and you still are moving and you are still pushing yourself and pushing other people around you, you ask yourself sometimes, when you wake up alone, when you go alone to sleep, how long you have more energy and time to do this type of things, and why? Maybe now my engine is my kids, my couple, the people that I have here around, that I feel that I'm in depth with them, and with Abdullah. He's also another engine of my life to pursue this dream until end. But when this end comes, I'm very sure that I will not have more energy to fight.
Greg, we can wish you all the best, all the health, all the family, and thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Okay.